This is iFIBER 1 News. Here are today's top stories.
New members Michael Riggs and Daryl Jackson were sworn in last night for the Moses Lake City Council.
The natural centerpiece of the city of Moses Lake looks more like a spillway these days, and you might wonder why.
Bus drivers over at the Moses Lake School District are prepping care bags for foster students.
The Moses Lake girls basketball team proves to everyone that they're a team to be reckoned with when they obliterated Kamiakin last night.
From the iFIBER 1 newsroom, this is iFIBER 1 News, and it starts now.
The Moses Lake City Council is back to its full 7 members after newcomers Michael Riggs and Daryl Jackson were sworn in Tuesday night. Position number 1 and number 4 had been left vacant after the resignations of former members Bill Ekrit and Mayor Todd Voth. Riggs, a retired teacher and school administrator, and Jackson, who is back on the council after also serving as mayor from 1996 to 1997, took the oath of office to start Tuesday's council meeting. Riggs defeated Dean Hankins in the November 7th general election, while Jackson narrowly defeated Barry Lawson in a race featuring 4 candidates. This is Joe Utter for iFIBER 1 News.
This segment is brought to you by
Maytag and the family Pooch have a lot in common. Both are loyal, both aim to please, and both are tenacious dish cleaners. But only one can sanitize. Maytag, what's inside matters.
Maytag Appliances, now available at More Furniture in Ephrata.
The natural centerpiece of the city of Moses Lake looks more like a spillway these days, and you might wonder why. Primarily used for irrigation, the need for vast amounts of water in Moses Lake isn't there during the cold months, so it's released into the reservoir further downstream. Lake levels are controlled and governed by the Moses Lake Irrigation Rehabilitation District. District officials say the lake levels are lowered for shore cleanup, maintenance, and to prevent dock damage when the lake freezes over. District officials say the lake typically drops in elevation by about 5 feet during the winter. They also say that the lake is lower than usual due to lack of precipitation. The southern end near I-90 is still deep enough to fish, and the lake levels should rise again in March. I'm Sean Goggins for iFIBER 1 News.
This segment is brought to you by
Are your taste buds bored? Well, then bring them to Jay's Teriyaki. Not only does Jay's have a variety of teriyaki dishes, they also offer mouth-watering salads and sides. Call Jay's 509-764-5155. Jay's Teriyaki, located at 123 East Broadway in Moses Lake, because it's all in the sauce.
For about the past month, employees in the Moses Lake School District Transportation Department have been prepping their Christmas project to benefit students in foster care. On Tuesday, several bus drivers began filling 100 handmade care bags, 50 for boys and 50 for girls, to be distributed next week to foster children in the school district. Maria Flores, a school bus driver for about 15 years, said the bags were hand-sewn by transportation employees. The bags are then filled with toiletry and hygiene items thanks to donations from local dentists Craig Harder, Tyrone Rodriguez, and Sloan Jorgensen, along with Marriott Hotels and Transportation Department employees. The bus drivers are hoping to have the bags ready by early next week to be provided to foster children, as well as McKinney-Vento Act students or students who lack fixed or adequate housing. Flores said the department plans to keep about 10 to 20 bags to give out throughout the year to children in need. For many students, bus drivers are the first and last person they see during their school day, and the drivers are hoping the project will make a positive difference for foster students. This is Joe Utter for iFIBER 1 News.
The Moses Lake girls basketball team proves to everyone that they're a team to be reckoned with when they obliterated Kamiakin last night, 84-62. The Kamiakin Braves entered the game undefeated, playing only 4A teams with their non-conference schedule. The closest game Kamiakin has had all year was a 16-point victory over Lewis and Clark High School, but their dominance came down early against the Chiefs. Moses Lake jumped out to a 19-2 start before Kamiakin closed the gap to 6 points entering halftime. The Chiefs came out of halftime fired up and quickly buried the Braves, entering the third quarter up 60-34 and coasting to a victory. Moses Lake is undefeated on the season. After the game, Coach Matt Strophe was happy with the big win and how his offense performed. Strophe said that while he wasn't expecting a blowout win, he'll take it. Jamie Loetta led the charge in the third quarter, scoring 18 points and drilling 4 3-point shots. After the game, she said that coming out of the first half, she wanted to recapture the magic of the first quarter, and that drove her to play as well as she did in the third. The Chiefs will next play on Saturday when they host last season's Big Nine champs Sunnyside at 5:45 p.m. I'm Adam Chikoski for iFIBER 1 Sports.
This is iFIBER 1 News. For more information on these stories and other news, visit us online at iFiber1.com or check us out on Facebook.